woman was the witch, a witch from Endor. She was a witch. And why, if she was a witch and the power from the left-hand side, why was she able to summon the spirit on the right-hand side? Because you can, it's all the same spirit. When you go into the spiritual realm, there's two sides to the spiritual realm, like a battery. It has a negative and a positive, right? So you can get a negative witch, a person that deals with spirits. They can summon spirits on the right hand side. This is the proof right here.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to begin by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom to those elect. So you saw the first video, or the video, the snippet that I put from the elder apostle Tahar. Right, he was just going into the fact, basically, that the Lord deals on both sides, man. You know, he's in control of both sides. So this is just a quick hit, quick listen, just further proving that point. Right, the elder was just, proving the point that, like, what did he say? He says like a battery, right? There's a positive and there's a negative. There's a left and a right hand side, right? People tend to think, those who are unlearned tend to think that, the Lord is all good and, he wouldn't send any evil, right? But you would be completely wrong. He's the one that created it, right? So this is this is Isaiah 45:7. It says, I formed the light and create darkness. I made peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things, man. So he's telling you he does everything, right? Nothing can happen except he allows it or he does it himself, right? Which all things happen through the Father. But, Lord willing, you get the point. You get the point I'm making, right? So now we're just going to grab a couple examples, right? This is one. This is in 1 Samuel 16 and start at 12. You see the title, it says David is anointed, right? It says, and he sent and brought him in, and he was ruddy and withal of beautiful countenance and goodly to look to. And the Lord said, arise, anoint him, for this is he. Then Samuel took the horn of oil and anointed him in the midst of his brethren, and the Spirit of the Lord came upon David from that day forward. And Samuel rose up and went to Ramah. And this is the point. It says, but the Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul, and an evil spirit from the Lord troubled him. So this is just an account showing that the Lord also sends evil spirits to people, right? I'm going to read it again, verse 14. But the Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul, so he took his spirit from him, right? That's why you have to make sure to pray that prayer in, I think it's Psalms 51 or 78. I think it's 51. I could be wrong, but when David said, or 58, I can't remember exactly, but we can just go to it. Psalms. Oh, it was 51. Okay. So it says Psalms 51 and 11. It says, cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me. So that's that's exactly what happened right here. That's exactly what happened right here in 1 Samuel to Saul, right? He took his spirit from him, right? And then it says, and an evil spirit from the Lord troubled him. So he sent an evil spirit, right? He did this. He turned That's like referring to what Romans 1:28. What can happen? It's Romans 1:28. It says, and even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. So he gave them over to this, the same way that he gave that evil spirit over to Saul, right? So you gotta understand the Lord deals on both sides, right? He has to deal on both sides, right? Because it has to be what? A balance. And what is a false balance? Let's see. Proverbs 11:1, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. So he has to deal on both sides. He has all the power. He's all powerful. It's a part in the movie. I can't remember what movie. I think it was Batman versus Superman or something like that. Man of Steel, maybe. I can't remember. But I think the dude's name was Lex Luthor. So this probably was Man of Steel. I can't. That's really irrelevant. But he said, if the Most High is all powerful, then he cannot be all good. But if he's all good, then he can't be all powerful. And he was right? If you're only good and you have no control of evil, then you can't be all powerful. And if you're all powerful, then you can't only control just good. You must control both. And of course, we know the Father, Yahweh, controls all. So he has to control both the left and the right hand side, right? The left being the wicked, the right being the righteous. So this is just another example. This is 1 Kings 22 and start at 20, just straight to the point. All right, it says, matter of fact, we should read up 19. Yeah, 19. It says, and he said, hear thou therefore the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting on his throne, and all the host, and what the host is armies, right? All the armies of heaven standing by him on his right hand and on his left. So that could be symbolic, meaning he has his righteous army and he has his his wicked army, in a sense of angels that do bidding on the left hand, right? Because we know the Lord isn't wicked, right? But he controls it, right? Don't get that confused, right? I probably should have worded that better, Salakia, right? But to continue on, verse 20, it says, and the Lord said, who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth-Gilead? It says, and one said on this matter, and another said on that manner. And there came forth a spirit and stood before the Lord and said, I will persuade him. And the Lord said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, thou shalt persuade him and prevail also. Go forth and do so. Now therefore, behold, the Lord hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets, and the Lord hath spoken evil concerning thee. So again, the Lord does biddings on the left and the right hand side. He does both. Right? Like I say, he makes peace, and creates evil. He does both. He does all these things, man. I'm gonna read it again. Isaiah 45:7. I formed the light and created darkness. I made peace and create evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things. He does it all. He does it both. Right? And if you have a problem with that, let's continue on. Verse 8. And you see it says the Most High supreme power. Right here. It says, drop down ye heavens from above. Let the skies pour down righteousness. Let the earth open. Let them bring forth salvation, and let righteousness spring up together. I, the Lord, have created it. Woe unto him that striveth with his maker. Let the potsherds strive with the potsherds of the earth. Shall the clay say to him that fashioneth it, what makest thou? Or thy work he hath no hands like you. Woe unto him that saith unto his father, what begettest thou? Or to the woman, what hast thou brought forth? Thus saith the Lord, O Holy One of Israel, and his Maker, ask me of things that come concerning my sons, and concerning the work of my hands command ye me. I have made the earth, and created man upon it. I, even my hands, have stretched out the heavens, and all their hosts have I commanded. Right, and we'll now stop right there. But the point being, he's in control of all. Right, like it said, woe unto him in verse 9, woe unto him that striveth with his maker. Man, we'll see what that says in the NLT. In the NLT, it says, what sorrow awaits those who argue with their creator? Does a clay pot argue with its maker? Does the clay dispute with the one who shapes it, saying, stop, you're doing it wrong? Does the pot exclaim, how clumsy can you be? And that's the thing. That's the thing right there, you know. You can't question the Lord and his ways. He told you himself. Because I want to read it. I said it. I typed it wrong. You got to be so specific. This is Isaiah 55:8. It says, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. Your ways aren't his ways, right? You however you think it should go, doesn't matter, ultimately, right? He's always right. You know, to keep it simple, he's always right. Right? So, yeah, we'll end it right there. Lord willing, this was edifying. We're going to end by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to hopefully like